Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the third and final day of the 30-day broadcast of the Solano College Sports Network. We are here at the Falcons Nest Gymnasium for some women's basketball action as the visiting Diablo Valley Vikings are set to take on the home team Solano Falcons. I'm Josh Mojica, your play-by-play announcer tonight. Joining me on color commentary is Ryan Irwin and Dennis Riley. Dennis, this DVC Vikings are still looking for their first win of the season. What should you do tonight in order to capitalize against this Falcons team?
Yeah, Josh, exactly like you were saying. You know, the team is still winless right now with an 0-8 record, and they are coming off of a pretty bad loss to Napa Valley, 32-83. But I think the thing that they are going to need to do this game is look for their two best scorers in Amani Boxdale and Naomi Vidal on the offensive end. And to really win this game tonight, they need to be better on the defensive side with their 2-3 defense, be a little more aggressive, and always just box out and try and get those rebounds as well.
Couldn't agree more with that, and really excited for them to go up against this Solano team. And on the other hand, Solano, Ryan, after a disappointing loss last game against American River, who was still also a winless team, and now they're facing another team who's still looking for their first win. What should they do tonight in order to bounce back big time and defend home court?
So I think Lucia Alexander and Natalia Sanchez are going to be their go-to tonight. Natalia Sanchez scored 14 in their last game that they played. Lucia Alexander scored 17. They were their two top scorers, and they've been their two top scorers the entire season so far. So I think if they're going to win tonight, they're going to rely on those two.
Absolutely. Lucia Alexander, three-pointers in the third quarter to fire up that game. And now we'll send it to our sideline reporter, Maxine Fullen. Maxine?
Thank you, Josh. We're here live at the Falcons Nest, where the Solano Falcons and Diablo Valley Vikings are gearing up for what looks like a competitive showdown. Solano comes in with momentum, while Diablo Valley is hungry for their first win. Let's hope for a good game between these two. Back to you, Josh.
Thank you for that, Maxine. And yes, this is going to be an exciting matchup. As we can see here, same starting lineups for both teams. As Amari Mason and Naomi Vidal will tip it off. Underway as the opening tip. This could be set out of bounds. Ball will go to the DVC Vikings.
One thing I'm looking for Solano to do tonight, which, I mean, they only lost by 4 last game, but I think they need to limit the amount of turnovers. I think that's something that, going back to last season, they really struggled with at times. Passing the ball around is...
Ball is back to Angeline Harris, drives to the baseline, gets double teamed, and loses the ball as she passes it to Albina Yeboah. Turnover.
Kind of like I said, taking care of the basketball is going to be so important for them. Again, going back to last season, they weren't the best with it at times, but...
Here's Lucia Alexander from deep. Short. Rebound there. Gets back the ball. Here's Natalia Sanchez. Thought about it. Kicks it out to Mark Mason. Drives to the baseline. Spin move. Kicks it out. Loses the ball and we will go out of bounds. Early turnovers here by both teams. Here's Alcary, guarded by Lucia Alexander. Calling for a screen. Crosses over, drives to her left. Gives it to Yeboah from the corner. Short corner is good. Canal passes to Lee Alexander. Brito Gutierrez is knocked away by Angeline Harris. One-on-one against, and no go in that layup. Rebound on Alcary. Alcary defended by, was knocked away by Natalia Sanchez. Natalia Sanchez pushing it down hard. Sanchez loses control of the ball and will be picked up by Mary Mason. Mason back to Sanchez. Sanchez, short corner, no. Gives it to Cannell, to Mason. From the right wing, fires, you bet! Amari Mason gives the lead to Solano.
That's a great find and shot, and it's exactly what I've been saying that DVC needs to do. They need to close out a little better and get those rotations.
Yeah, I'm right with you on that, Dennis. Great passing it around, making sure to find that open person.
Here's Alcary driving to the left, kicks it out to Allen. Allen for three, no. Rebound Mason. Mason looking for Cannell. Finally gets one. Cannell pushing it hard. Cannell calling a play. Will take it herself. Foul is committed there.
I believe she had Natalia Sanchez wide open in the corner. But driving into the lane and drawing the fouls, not a bad play at all.
We'll give it to Natalia Sanchez. Short jumper, no go. Rebound there by Vidal. Here comes Butler. Just checked in. Pass it to the corner from deep. Laren Lewis overshoots. Rebound Mason. Here comes the Falcons. Cannell in and out dribble over there. Will drive to her left. Floater banks it in. It's good. Makes it. 5-2 is our score here with 7:33 to play in the first quarter. A traveling violation there committed by Angeline Harris.
I don't think I said this in my pregame as well. I forgot to put it in there, but turnovers has also been a very big thing with the DVC team and just costly turnovers at almost every single time they have the ball.
Here's Cannell serving, gives it to Mason at the right wing. To Natalia Sanchez, drives to the baseline, kicks it out to Lizzie Alexander, back to Cannell, fires from deep. No go this time. Rebound Alexander. A foul is called. The ball will stay with Solano. Cannell in the inbound. Looking for Mason. Mason, short jumper. No. Rebound there by Abril Gutierrez. Abril Gutierrez, follow up. No. Here's Vidal. Gives it to Judah Butler. Back to Judah Butler. Here's Angeline Harris. Drives. Foul is called. She will head to the free throw line for 2.
This is actually a really good play that I'm seeing from DVC so far. Being very aggressive with the ball when they have it. Even on the defensive end, they're actually getting up there, getting these rebounds. And, you know, even though there was a foul over on the rebound the one time.
First one is good for Harris.
You know, it was still being aggressive, which is what I'd like to see tonight.
Makes both free throws. 5-4 is our score here with 6:53 in the first quarter. Here's Cannell, will bring it down. Passes to Mason at the right wing to Lizzie Alexander. Alexander knocked away there by Angeline Harris. Angeline Harris chased down by Natalia Sanchez, but will draw the foul against Sanchez.
And that's kind of what I was talking about in the pregame. Just too many passes, and sometimes you'll have some of the women on Solano's team. They pass up open shots when they have when you have an open shot, you have to take it, and they try to get as close to the basket as possible, and sometimes it just doesn't work out for them.
Angeline Harris sinks the first one.
I think this is also the second time that I've seen where they've actually gotten a steal off of a pass like that. And when I was watching film earlier from DVC's game a couple games ago, they were actually getting the same thing done on them.
This is the first one. Here's Natalia Sanchez pushing it hard. Gives it to Alexander. Alexander floater, overshoots. Rebound there by Abril Gutierrez. Gutierrez looking for a friend. Here, gives it up to Mason. Cross-court pass to Alexander. Back to Cannell, top of the key. Here's Natalia Sanchez. Drives. Back shot is no good. To Cannell. Here's Mason, wide open from the corner. From the right wing. You bet! Amari Mason from downtown. And the Falcons gets back the lead 8-5 with 6:03 here in the first quarter. Here's Vidal, one-on-one with Abril Gutierrez. Foul is called.
Amari Mason is an excellent three-point shooter, and if they're going to shoot a lot of threes, they definitely are going to have to pass the ball to Amari for sure.
Excellent three-point shooter and excellent perimeter defender as well. Here's Angeline Harris. Amari Mason knocks it away. 3-on-1. Mason, right-hand layup is good. 5 straight points for Amari Mason. Here's Judah Butler. Will pull up, overshoots. Will not get the lucky bounce there. Here's Cannell. Cannell, advance pass to Gutierrez, wide open.
Oh.
Will not make the layup. Rebound there by Vidal. Here comes Harris. Harris guarded by Sanchez, knocked it away, and it's stolen by Sanchez. Here's Cannell, advance pass to Alexander. Alexander, let's throw it to a Vikings player for it to go out of bounds, as it will stay in possession for the Falcons.
And early on, you're seeing Amari Mason is taking over. Amari Mason had 5 points total in that last game against American River, and now already 5 straight points.
Foul is drawn there by Sanchez as she makes the shot off the inbound from Cannell. Here's Talita Ika for Solano checking in as Natalia Sanchez makes the first one. We'll make both. 12-5 is our score here. 5:13 in the first quarter. Alcari bringing it down, setting up the play. Almost a steal there by Mason. Back to Alcari. From the corner, no go. Rebound there by Mason. Mason secures the board. Here's Cannell. Cannell in transition. Gives it up to Over. Passes it to Talita.
It's a little bit too aggressive on that forward pass.
Threw it like it was a football there.
An incomplete pass. Here's Alcari once again. Alcari defended by Lucy Alexander. Hands it off to Judah Butler. Butler looking for a pick and roll action over there, but here comes Yeboah short on the free throw line. Saved by Alcari over there, and then short jumper by Butler, no good. Here's Sanchez pushing it down. Sanchez in and out dribble. Pull up from the short corner, overshoots. Rebound there by Talita.
Oh. What a block.
Sierra Miller checks in here for Solano. Here's Judah Butler, will bring it down. Guarded by Natalia Sanchez. Butler to Lauren Lewis. Pick and roll action over there. Guarded by Cannell. Back to Butler. Here's the cutting. Lauren Lewis steps back. No go, overshoots. Mason grabs the board. Mason will push it hard, coast to coast. Will stay low. And here's Cannell from deep. Overshoots. Rebound there by Yeboah. Here comes Butler. Butler will be called a carrying violation here. We saw a turnover, and the ball will go back to Solano.
A lot of turnovers from both teams so far tonight.
Cannell against a 3 zone. Here's Sanchez. Uses the screen. Gives it up to Mara Mason. Short pass there was deflected. Intercepted, by Lauren Lewis. Here's Butler. Sorry, Harris, Couldn't get there. Foul is called, and he will go back again to Solano.
Being very aggressive as they should be, but honestly, it looked clean to me, but the ref saw otherwise.
Those across the middle passes are so dangerous, especially when you're trying to pass it back from where it came from, because a lot of times the defense is going to crash. And so far, Solano tonight, they've gotten lucky sometimes, but then you've seen plays like that where it just lands
pass
right.
there by Mason to Talita. Sierra Miller, Here's Sanchez at the middle. Gives it to Miller. Open. Thought about it. Gives it to Mason from the corner. You bet! Mari Mason from downtown. That's her second triple of the game.
Wow.
Here's Butler serving. One-on-one with Sanchez. Almost a steal there by Miller. And it will be a backcourt violation. Good defensive play there by Miller to force that turnover. And the Falcons are now within 10 points. Timeout here by the Vikings. 15-5 is the score.
Well, so far I'm seeing a lot of good aggressive plays by this DVC team. Only down 10 here, still within striking distance. Amar Mason's just been on fire this whole time. That's 3 straight made threes. And they had the fast break layup too, and just taking over the game right now is what she's doing. And DVC just can't do nothing about it. They've been playing good defense this whole time, but hopefully they can be able to close out a little faster.
So
try and stop him.
Mara Mason has been on fire here in the first quarter, starting off strong.
Shout out to the production team, by the way. For those that are watching on YouTube, we just saw our first replay cam right there. Amari Mason, 3 threes on the night so far.
Mara Mason has 11 now of 15 points. Here's Miller with a rebound, will draw the foul. Miller will head to the free throw line.
Amari Mason tried to heat check there, tried to go for the 4th straight, but just a little off that time.
Ali Chavez is check in for Solano, as Talita Ika will get a refreshment. This is the first one. Miller misses the second one.
I think there was a lane violation. She's getting another one.
Lane violation there, as Miller will have a chance for one more. Miller couldn't sink it. Rebound there by Mason. Miller, back the ball to Miller. Floater, no go there. Foul is called.
It's like they're... Yeah, they're going to call it on Diablo on that. And I really like... One thing about tonight, I mean, Solano's starting to kind of run away with the game early, but their aggressiveness, getting the rebound and attacking the glass.
Natalie Chavez misses the first one. It's 4 straight missed free throws for Solano as of now. Making it 5. Rebound here by Vidal. Here's Amani Boxdale pushing it hard. Gives it to Allen. Allen, the floater, no. Here comes the Falcons. Cannell in transition. Gives it up to Miller for the easy deuce. Wow. What a find there by Jalen Cannell. And here's Allen, wide open. Foul shot is good and one, as she will head to the free throw line for a chance for a 3-point play.
It was such a great play by Solano there, you know, finding Miller down right under the basket, you know, for the easy layup, but you can't be celebrating all the time. You got to get back on D. And they're just going to keep doing that.
And I love the transition offense, turning defense into offense, securing the rebound on the other end, and then you had Amari Mason open in the corner, so they could have easily passed it to Amari, but they went with the easy layup on the inside instead. They had a lot of options there on that play.
Allen. Oh.
No one knew what it was. It was only a 1.
An easy rebound there by Vidal. Everyone thought that it was a 2 free throws. Score is 17-9 with under 2 minutes left here in the first quarter. Back to Steinman. Knocked away there. Steinman has the ball. Steinman serving top of the key. Will pull up from the short. Rebound there by Boxdale. Boxdale.
Butler.
sorry. Drive to right.
Hey.
Layup is no good. A blocking foul is called there
Wow.
against Solano.
Seeing it from right here, that did not look like a blocking foul at first.
And you know, people go up, people fall down. Calls get made. It's a physical game, so. But yeah, with that last Solano possession, though, I didn't really like that. It was just passing the ball. Like, there wasn't a lot of movement, and I feel like they just need to move a little more.
Amani sinks the first one. And makes both.
Oh.
Cutting the lead within 6 with 1:16 left here in the first quarter. Here's Steinman. To Valentine, cross-court pass to Canal. To Miller. Miller drives to her right. Floater. No go there. Rebound will
It's going to be a turnover.
turnover, and the possession will go to the Vikings. Here's the inbound by Harris. And Boxtel will bring it down, guarded by Miller. Boxtel crossover, showing her ball handling skills. Trying to drive. Great defensive play there by Miller. Boxtel drives.
Excellent
She will fall down
defense.
as that will be called a turnover, traveling violation.
Excellent defense there by Solano.
Here comes Solano with 43 seconds left here. Cannell to Steinman to the right wing. Looking for Valentine. Gives it to Miller. Back to Cannell. To Steinman from the corner. Fakes. Drives to the baseline. Turnover here by Solano. Here's Boxtel. Shot clock is off. 25 seconds left here. Vikings looking for the final shot of the first quarter. Boxtel gives it up to Vidal. Loses the ball.
What was going on?
Body's on the floor. Here's
Oh.
Boxtel from 3. You bet!
She was out of bounds.
Boxtel from downtown
Whoa.
and 5 seconds left here. Cannell has the ball.
2,
3 seconds
1.
left. From deep. You bet!
Oh, man.
Jalen Cannell beats the buzzer as the Falcons lead 20-13.
What a shot. Curry range. Top of the key.
What an answer by Jalen Cannell to beat the buzzer. And folks, what can you say about the first quarter performance from both teams? What are we having?
Dennis, I'll let you go first on this one.
Well, I'm going to say it's a pretty good game. Very competitive so far. You know, DVC is keeping up with the firepower of Solano, and Solano is, you know, known as a pretty good shooting team, and their 2-3 defense that they've been running is doing pretty good, and they've been forcing missed shots, turnovers a lot, fast breaks, and then they've been getting their own plays in, getting everything the way they want it to be done too. So it's just needs to keep going how it is.
Absolutely. And Ryan, thoughts on the first quarter?
Yeah, for Solano, I mean, they're doing everything right. It was a little sloppy for the first few minutes, but I think Solano's overwhelming defense and just the way they're able to pass the rock, when they're not turning the ball over, they're getting open threes. And one of the things about Solano that I think makes them really lethal is they don't miss. When they get the hot hand when it comes to shooting threes and just shooting in general, there's not gonna be consistent, constant possessions where they're missing open shots. Eventually, those shots are going to start falling, and right now it's just overwhelming for Diablo.
Absolutely. And I also want to give a shout out to our crew on the commissioner's table for providing us a live stats through the 3C2A website. Thank you guys, and we appreciate it.
What did you think about the first quarter, Josh?
Oh, I think it's spectacular. Both teams are answering, going back and forth, threes after threes, especially that final play.
That was a big-time three.
And now coming off the first quarter, as we begin the second quarter, ball will be at Solano. Here's Mari Mason at the inbound. Cannell passes it to Alexander, right wing. Cross-court pass to Cannell. Gives it to Mason, down
more.
low
Yep.
to
Beautiful.
Alexander, who's open from deep.
Hey!
You bet!
Just
Yes,
too
sir.
easy.
And to start off the second quarter, Uzi Alexander fires a triple.
Just too easy. Like when you're able to pass the ball like that and you make smart decisions, smart passes, there's a difference between just passing the ball around and then there's a difference between making good passes.
Here's Judah Butler looking for a friend. Finally gets one, Lauren Lewis. Lewis drives, back shot, floater, no go. Rebound there by the Vikings. And here comes Alcree for three, no go. Rebounder Mason. Mason pushing it hard. 2-on-1. Here's Alexander. Back to Natalia Sanchez. Sorry, that was Bril Gutierrez. Will be a turnover as the Vikings will retain possession of the ball.
Again, though, turning defense into offense, I always talk about this when it comes to basketball. If you have a team that's able to do that, you're going to be very hard to beat.
Absolutely. Here comes Butler. Hands it off to Alcree. Alcree, one-on-one with Alexander. Loses dribble and will be intercepted there by Mason. Mason, fast break. Mason, layup is good.
Mason's the tallest one on this floor, so I think she's going to need to use her size the entire game and be able to just drive on them.
She's very athletic.
Ball's in the hands of Vidal. Down low.
Ooh.
Scoop shot, no go. Here's Cannell. Cannell in transition to Gutierrez. Will be
good
deflected
breakup.
there, but a foul will be called as seen a collision.
Well, I guess it's not like football, Just because you hit the ball first and you run into them doesn't mean, it's not a foul.
Nope.
This is basketball, folks.
And it will be a baseline inbound here for Solano. Cannell having a hard time inbounding. He finally gets one to Sanchez with a short jumper. Good. Here comes Boxdale, guarded by Sanchez. Almost a backcourt violation there. Sanchez cross-court pass to Lauren Lewis. Lauren Lewis gives it to Alcree. Alcree drives, floater is good. (27-15) is the score. 7:50 here in the second quarter. Here's Cannell. We'll give it to Alexander from the right wing. Cross-court pass there to Mason, down low. Mason drives, jumper at the elbow, no. Gets her own board, blocked there.
Oh, my.
The rebound is...
They called over the back, I believe.
They're going to be calling a foul against Solano.
Yeah, I think that was over the back. I thought for a minute she stepped out of bounds, but the foul, I'm assuming, is over the back.
And here comes the Vikings. Here's Alcree, defended by Alexander. Will drive, will stop. Getting harassed here by Alexander. Good defense here by Alexander. Alcree loses dribble.
What a pass.
Oh, what a pass there, down low. Couldn't complete. Alcree for three, no. Rebound here by Harris. Harris gives it up to Lauren Lewis and back to Alcree at the top, Thicky. Setting up a play. Down low here to Vidal. Vidal drives.
Good pass.
Good layup.
It was good ball movement right there, and the ability to stay patient as an offense was really vital on that possession right there.
Cross-court pass here to Alexander, to Mari Mason. From the baseline, short there. Rebound by Vidal. And here comes the Vikings in transition. Here's Lauren Harris all the way, but a foul will be called on Angeline Harris. Sorry, Angeline Harris draws the foul.
This is great transition offense by this DVC team, and Solano is just being a little slow getting back. So if she's able to drive and just get up there and draw the foul, I'd take it every time.
Harris sinks the first one.
think Diablo's doing a great job. They're trying to slow the game down.
Misses the second one. Rebound by Alcuri. And the ball will stay with the Vikings. Got to be a sideline inbound here, as Angeline Harris will inbound it. Vikings looking for a box and one play here. And there you go. There you have it. Harris deflected there almost. Gives it to Alcuri. Cross-court pass. Fires from deep.
Yep.
No go. Rebound there by Mason. Here's Cannell pushing it hard. Cannell. Ooh. Not really a good pass there. It will be a turnover.
Just a little bit too aggressive on that pass.
I think it's like the third time it's happened this game, but they're open down there.
Yeah.
Just been just a little too high.
And here comes the Vikings once again. Here's Butler, guarded by Natalia Sanchez. Crossover, drives to her left. Gives it down low.
Yep.
Vidal floater, sinks it.
That's a great play.
Cannell has the ball. Gives it to Alexander. Alexander drives.
Ooh.
Sees. Open. Teammate here,
Shot.
Sanchez drives.
Yep.
Stop and pop is good.
Great pull-up jumper right there.
Butler has the ball. Will hand it off to Lauren Lewis. Lewis uses the screen. We'll give it to Allen. Allen will pull up from deep. Short. Ball will go back to Solano.
Yeah, I think that's another thing that Solano needs to use as well with Natalia Sanchez. I mean, seems like that just a little jump in the air, little mid-range is like her bread and butter. So I think they should feed her a little more too.
Both teams making a substitution here. 29-20 is the score with 5:09 here in the second quarter. Ball's in the hands of Sanchez. Gives it to Cannell. Wide open from the corner. No go this time. It's going to be a foul committed there by Chavez.
Thing too with Natalia Sanchez is she does have that major height advantage when she gets into the paint. So when she pulls up like that, it's almost like a Sean Livingston type of
Yeah,
pull-up,
Sean
Jay.
Livingston.
Because when you have that height advantage, you're able to really shoot over the top of anybody. And the closer you are to the basket, the easier it is that it's going to be to make it. So
Sean Livingston, master of the mid-range, Warriors legend. Ball's in the hands of Alcuri, guarded by Miller, who just checked back in. Crossover. Leaves it to Vidal. Cross-court pass there. Drives to the baseline is Allen. Allen, go back to Vidal. Good pass, but couldn't convert it. Here's Sanchez with the rebound and pushing it hard. Sanchez gives it to Miller. Miller from the baseline. Euro step. Layup. No go there. Here's Alcuri.
I like the step around, though. That was...
Fina Alcuri, in and out dribble.
Yeah, Alcuri really wants this. She wanted that ball last time.
Guarded by Miller here. Alcuri still
there you
has
go.
the ball. Alcuri showing some ball handling skills here, but couldn't get through the defense of Miller.
Yep.
Pull up. No go this time. Rebound Mason. Here's Cannell. Gives it to Valentin. Valentin drives to Sanchez at the free throw line. Sanchez fake.
Good move.
Takes.
Ooh.
Foul is called there.
blocking foul there. But again, the aggressiveness by Solano, utilizing your size, knowing that you already have that major size advantage against Diablo, I think it's so important. And it's one of the reasons why, you know, they scored so much to begin with, because in the beginning of the game, they just are utilizing their size and they're not being afraid to be aggressive.
Sanchez misses the first one.
Well, if we remember anything from last night, these free throws were, these rims were not liking the free throw shooters last night at all.
They were not.
Sanchez misses both.
They are not liking it tonight either.
and fight for the rebound. The ball will go to the Vikings.
Yeah, I think DVC on this next possession, they need to stop playing ISO ball and start running what they were running before.
Here's Boxdale, guarded by Miller. Boxdale will bring it down. Will stop. Will fire from deep. No go this time. Rebound by Sanchez. Here's Cannell. Gives it to Mason at the baseline. Passes.
Good pass.
Good pass. Extra pass there by Sanchez, looking for Ciara Miller, who's open down low. Here comes the Vikings. Boxdale. Good ball handling. Gives it up to Lauren Lewis. Lewis to Angeline Harris. Harris drives, floater, overshoots. Rebound there by Sanchez. Here's Natalia Sanchez to Sierra Miller.
Pass back,
Miller,
pass back.
fake.
Oh.
Extra pass there to Valentine. And the ball is in the hands of Sanchez. Crossover from the baseline. Layup. No go there, but a foul.
Again, driving towards the rim, but doing it in a way where it's smart. You're not just running at the rim and throwing the ball up and hoping you get a foul. It's very tactical. It's very, it's a smart way that they're doing it tonight.
Talis Sanchez, the free throw line. Makes the first one. 32-20 is our score here. 3:04 left in the second quarter. Sanchez misses the second rebound there by Mason. Gives it to Sanchez once again. Sanchez, floater is good. Sanchez makes the first free throw and now gets the floater, making a three-point play. Here's Alcary. Finds an open. Vidal drives. Blocked there by Sanchez. Sanchez turning offense to defense. And now Valentine has the ball, driving it. Kicks it out to Miller. Miller fakes. Euro step. Foul. How about the effort from Natalia Sanchez? Making one free throw, getting the offensive rebound by Amari Mason, getting back the ball, and a floater, making it a three-point play. And on the other hand, making the block.
Yep.
Inside that box, bread and butter. It's the bread.
Here's
and
Miller
butter.
at the free throw line. Makes the first one. Makes both. 35-20 is now our score. Biggest lead here in this game. 36-20, I'm sorry. Here comes the Vikings. Floater there by Vidal, no go. And fight for the rebound. Blocked there by Mason. Mason has the ball, pushing it hard. Sees Miller wide open with a layup, no go, but a second chance effort there by Valentine is good.
I love
Here comes
this.
the Vikings. Lewis has the ball one-on-one with Valentine. Calling up a play. Oh, miscommunication there by the Vikings. And the ball is in the hands of Steinman. Steinman will draw the foul there against Angeline Harris.
You can kind of start to see the frustration mounting for DVC because of that size disadvantage. A lot of the times, you know, they can't get up to get the rebound because Solano's just crashing the boards left and right.
Timeout here called by the Vikings with 38-20 is the score. Under 2 minutes left to play here in the second quarter.
Yeah, I think DVC's been playing well, but these last few minutes has just been a little sloppy. It seems like every single drive that Solano's been taking or possession that they've had on the offensive end of the court, there's always just been a foul at the end of it by DVC, and I think they just need to stop being super handsy and just have their hands up. Otherwise, they've been getting good shots. They've been getting it low to Vidal right here in the paint, getting those floaters. Alcary's been trying to get the ball at the three-point line. And I think also something I've been noticing too is Lewis. She seems like she's having fun out there. You know, she seems like she's got a little emotion. She's making a bunch of noises out there on the court, and I'm glad that we can still have fun.
And on the flip side, I think for Solano, I mean, this game kind of from both sides, they both started out really sloppy. They were turning the ball over almost every other possession. But for Solano, they, like I was saying, they have that size advantage over Diablo, and I think they're starting to utilize it. They figured it out. They've realized it, and they're not being afraid to crash the glass and get rebounds, get body-on-body contact, draw those fouls, and get to the line. And I think that's part of the reason why they're starting to pull away.
Vikings are in penalty here as Hillary Steinman is going to be at the free throw line to shoot 2. Steinman makes the first one. Makes both.
There we go.
20-point lead here by the Falcons, 40-20 with under 2 minutes left to play here in the second quarter. Here comes the Vikings. Ball is in the hands of Butler. Cross-court pass there. And intercepted by Valentin. Valentin will be fouled by Angelin Harris.
Just has out of bounds.
Excuse me, that was an out-of-bounds call against Valentin on that play.
She probably would have picked up the foul anyway because they were kind of shoving her out of bounds.
Here comes the Vikings. Ball's in the hands of Alcuri. Guarded by Miller. Fakes the handoff. Gives it up to Vidal. Short corner. Sinks it.
I think for Diablo, that's going to be what they're going to have to do to get back in this game, is utilize the mid-range, get those nice little inward passes.
Steinman gives it to Amari Mason at the left wing. Back to Steinman. To Miller at the opposite wing. Back to her. Drives from the floater. No good. Gets her own board. And second chance opportunity is good. Balls with Alcuri. Guarded by Miller. Almost a steal there. Foul is committed there by Miller.
You just see how aggressive Solano's defense is tonight. They're really getting up in the jerseys of DVC, and I think it's just causing a lot of chaos, a lot of frustration for DVC right now.
Lauren Lewis with an inbound pass set up to Harris from the baseline. Overshoots. Here's Vidal. Second chance effort, no good, but a foul is called.
Vidal's been doing really good down there in the paint, being able to get these boards. On that last possession, she was able to hit that mid-range off the pass from Alcuri. Seems like she's been the one that's been scoring the most and needs to be more of the focal point on this offense.
Vidal at the free throw line. Both teams are in penalty with 52.9 seconds left here as Vidal makes the first one. Vidal misses his second one. Rebounded by Mason. Here's Steinman. Steinman gives it up to Miller at the right wing.
Mari Mason's wide open.
Mari Mason, there you go. Fires short there.
Someone grab it.
Back to Mason. Mason to Miller. Miller will drive to her right. Cross-court pass there. Ball is in the hands of Steinman. Steinman kicks it out to Mason for 3. You bet! For 3. Amari Mason from downtown. That's her 4th. She's got 16 of the game. Here comes the Vikings. Monty Boxdale, guarded by Miller. Cross-court pass to Akri at the corner. 3 seconds left. Alcuri has to put up a shot, and she does. No go there. And that's the end of the first half. 45-23 is our score. Solano leads big time with 22 points. Wow, what a first half it is. Ryan, what can you say about first 20 minutes of action?
Well, like I said, it started out pretty sloppy for both teams, but Solano has really found their groove. Like I said, they're starting to utilize their size advantage, and that's why they're up by more than 20 points. And I think just really, honestly, if they just continue to play like they played the whole night, they're going to pull away with the W.
Absolutely, and Dennis, Amari Mason, 16 points, being the only player on the court who's in double digits.
Yeah, Mari Mason's just been on fire tonight. She's just been getting those wide open on the wing threes, just right there, just being open. It's exactly what Solano needs to be doing the rest of this game. Just keep passing that ball around and find the open person for the open shot as well.
Absolutely, and we will take a quick break for halftime, so stay tuned for some actions coming up in the second half.
If you are interested in a career in sports broadcasting, whether you're commentating a live game
or hosting your own TV show,
for more information, contact Greg Poff. That's me at solano.edu.
we hope to see you here next semester. And remember,
It's more than just sports. It's an education.
I stand.
I stand.
I stand.
I stand against hate.
I will.
I will.
I will.
I will be an advocate for social justice.
In the fight against racism and hate.
in the fight against racism and hate.
In the fight against racism and hate.
I will support diversity, equity, and inclusion. В борьбе с расизмом и ненавистью я буду бороться всегда, стискивая кулаки и сглатывая слезы.
In the fight against racism and hate.
In the fight against racism and hate.
In the fight against racism and hate, I will not pretend that racism doesn't exist.
Sa paglaban ng rasismo, hindi ako tatahimik.
In the fight against racism and hate.
In the fight against racism and hate.
In the fight against racism and hate, I will speak my truth.
I will not be silent.
I will prioritize community.
I will be an advocate.
In the fight against racism and hate, I will build community and stand with and for each other.
And if necessary, I am willing to get into good trouble.
En la lucha contra el odio y racismo, yo me solidarizo con mis comunidades.
In the fight against racism and hate.
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 We commit to doing better, to being bolder, and to contributing to a climate where hate is unacceptable and mindfulness and compassion are the norms.
We are Solano College.
Hi, my name is Eric Visser. I'm in my 5th year as the Athletic Director of Solano College. To experience community college and its mission has been an outstanding experience. Solano College has a very rich tradition in intercollegiate athletics dating back to 1947. I'm very proud to communicate that rich tradition is still being continued with fine young men and women that represent Solano College on and off the court. In the fall we have the volleyball program. We have a very successful women's soccer program. We have both men's and women's basketball. And then we transition to 4 programs: baseball, of softball, men's women's tennis, and men's and women's swimming. It is our mission to excel our programs and our student athletes in academics. All of our student athletes are committed to give back to the community. And we would invite you to be a part of Solano College Athletics by visiting our website www.solanoathletics.com, and you feel a warm welcome at Solano.
College just got affordable. Up to 100% of enrollment fees can be reimbursed for first-time college students taking full-time classes. At Solano Community College, we are taking full advantage of this to further your future. With certificate and degree programs in industrial technology, aeronautics, biotechnology, and many others, Solano Community College is a staple for success. For more information, please contact the Financial Aid Office at 707-864-7000.
Welcome to TV 55. In this hands-on class at Solano Community College, you will learn all aspects of television production, how to use high-end cameras, lighting, and audio equipment in the field and right here in the studio. Whether you are looking at making better YouTube videos, educational or promotional segments, or finding your creative passion, enroll today. Get an art school education at the fraction of the cost. Visit us online at solano.edu.
The exponential growth from the program from my first year to my third year now, that's what keeps me coming back and keeps me excited and just like fulfills me as a person.
It's so impressive, and we every time we walk in here, you guys are doing something different. It's great. It's
nothing but opportunities here, and we have sports to cover, we have the equipment.
Because the more ambitious you are, the more opportunities you'll have.
On-the-job training is huge.
Get the hands-on experience.
When someone asks who can do it, you can raise your hand and say, I can do it. So
joining the class was the best decision I ever made.
Stand by, we're going to go to cut one. And cut one. Cross court to Audrey Jones. Audrey for three! It is good! With 1.3 seconds left on the game clock, Audrey Jones with one of the biggest shots.
the sky's the limit, really, with what we can do here.
College just got affordable. Up to 100% of enrollment fees can be reimbursed for first-time college students taking full-time classes. At Solano Community College, we are taking full advantage of this to further your future. With certificate and degree programs in industrial technology, aeronautics, biotechnology, and many others, Solano Community College is a staple for success. For more information, please contact the Financial Aid Office at 707-864-7000.
And we're back here at the Solano College Sports Network for third quarter. Score is 45-23. Solano leads within 22.
I have a moment here. They're going to the scores table.
Looks like something's off. And there you have it. Vikings will get the first possession here in the third quarter. Alcree has the ball, guarded by Alexander. Alcree setting up the play. Looking for Vital down low, but couldn't get it. Gives it to Harris. Back to Alcree for three. Overshoots. Rebound there by Cannell. Advance pass to Alexander. Alexander. Back to Cannell. From top of the key. Overshoots. Rebound there once again by Mason. Back to Cannell. Back to Mason. From the short corner. Fires. No go. Back to Alexander. Rebound. Trying to give it to Sanchez, but knocked away there. Good hands by Amani Boxdell. Boxdell in transition. Boxdell.
Good pass.
Cross-court pass to Lauren Lewis for three. Overshoots. Rebound there by Amari Mason once again. It's her 16th rebound of the game. Here comes the Falcons. Sanchez has the ball. Left-handed layup is good.
And just weathering the storm, a couple possessions don't go your way as an offense, but you continue to play really great defense, and then that defense turns into offense.
Here's Alcree. Setting up the play. Cool. Fakes the handoff. Will drive. Kicks it out. Short corner jumper. No good there by Angelin Harris. Here comes the Falcons. Sanchez has the ball in transition. Sanchez drives. Layup is good.
With the right hand.
Sanchez 4 straight points here to open up the third quarter for the Falcons. Here's Harris, guarded by Brito Gutierrez. Layup, no go there. Good defense by Gutierrez. Here comes the Falcons. Sanchez to Alexander. Layup, running layup, no, but Sanchez. A second opportunity is no good as well. Here comes the Vikings. Lewis passes it up to Boxdell. Cross-court pass there. Intercepted by Amari Mason. Here comes Mason. One-on-one. Okay. Mason, easy layup.
Just a lot of
timeout called there by the Vikings.
Just a lot of bad passes on some of those possessions by DVC. And if you're going to do those across the lane passes, you have to make sure that people like Amari Mason are not, sticking out. They're not in the way, because people like Amari Mason, they have a really big wingspan, and they're going to be able to easily just reach out and tip the ball away.
Amari Mason now has 18 points and 17 rebounds, and she's on pace of getting a 20-20 game. Score is 51-23 with 7:51 here in the third quarter.
Yeah, this is a very dominant performance by Mason so far this entire game. And I'm sure she'll probably get another 10 points at least. But it's just been really sloppy for DVC starting this second half. And these last couple of minutes just need to be a little crisper.
Off the timeout, here comes the Vikings, who hasn't scored yet in the first 2 minutes and 10 seconds of the third quarter. Ball's in the hands of Alcree. Alcree setting up the play. One-on-one with Alexander. Will drive to her right. Layup is good.
That was a really nice move right there.
That's Athena Alcree, 4 points now. Here's Miller to Mason at the free throw line. Kicks it out to Lizzie Alexander for 3. Front iron. Rebound there by Lewis. Lewis, advanced pass to Boxdale. Boxdale layup. No. Rebound Mason. Ahead to Sanchez. Sanchez jab step. Sanchez drives. Couldn't finish it. Here's Gutierrez with a defensive rebound. Trying to draw a foul. No. Knocked away there by Sanchez, but it's going to be a last touch as the Vikings will retain possession.
And for Solano, like I was saying at halftime, if they just continue to do what they're doing, I mean, they're going to run up the score. It's 51-25 right now. So they're playing excellent defense, and they're turning that defense into offense, and they've really been doing that the whole night.
Here comes Athena Alcree once again, guarded by Alexander, setting up the play. Vikings about to make a substitution here as Yeboah and Allen are preparing for their return. Knocked away there. Good hands by Solano. Ball's in the hands of Mason. Mason looking for Sanchez, and she does.
Back to Mason.
Sanchez to Alexander to the right wing.
Oh, good pass.
Good pass there
good
to
block.
Alexander, but gets blocked. Here's Sanchez drives,
Pity.
Pull up. It's good.
That is a straight guarantee.
Talia Sanchez now has 16 points of the game.
Right now, Solano doesn't really have to worry about missing because when they're missing, they're just getting the rebound anyway.
Here's blocked there by Sanchez, denying Alcree.
Good pass.
Good pass there to Alexander, but couldn't finish it. Rebound Boxdale. Here's Boxdale in transition. Boxdale will slow things up, gives it up to Harris. Harris top of the key. Harris will drive to her right.
Yep.
Scoop layup, no go there. And a strong offensive board there by Vital. Second opportunity is good for her.
DVC was finally able to get their own
Here's
offensive
Sanchez
rebound.
to Miller at the short corner. Miller kicks it out to Mason, who fires for 3. Short there this time. Rebound once again by Gutierrez to Lucia Alexander for the second opportunity. How about Abril Gutierrez being hustled down low and getting those offensive boards? We've seen that from the previous games where she had 3 straight offensive boards in the second half.
Man.
Here's Athena Alcree. Crossover. Kicks it out to Tyler looking for a friend.
Gotta get open.
Guarded by Alexander.
It's 5.
It's going to be a 5-second violation. Here comes the substitution for both teams. As Bina Yeboah is back in for the DVC. Bina Yeboah, the only sophomore for the DVC Vikings. Ball's in the hands of Mason. Fires for 3. Overshoots. Rebound there, secured by the Vikings. Vikings knocked away there by Mason. Mason trying to drive, double team. Recovered the ball. Here's Sanchez, top of the key, drives.
Midi.
Float. Oh, she's trying to drop it off.
She just needs to take that shot.
Sanchez was trying to drop it off to Talita Ika, but Talita Ika, miscommunication there by both players. 55-27 is our score here with 4:35 left here in the third quarter. Here comes the Vikings. Double team. Back to Vital, down low. Shot is no good, but a foul is committed.
Yeah, I think for Sanchez there on that last play, I think she just needs to take that midi. I don't think she's missed a single shot from that mid-range the entire night.
No,
but I do love the selfless play trying to get it to her teammate. But
sometimes you just have to take those shots if you're open.
Exactly.
So
absolutely. Just like what Ryan was saying earlier in the first half, like a Sean Livingston type of mid-range jump shot. Vital misses the first one. Sports fans, mark your calendars as the next SCSN broadcast schedule will be January 2nd for our first doubleheader of the men's basketball and women's basketball of Solano. Misses both free throws, and here comes Steinman. Extra pass to Miller, back to Steinman. Oh, good ball movement here. Talita Ika draws the foul.
it's almost a guaranteed trip to the line if you're Solano. Once when you get down in the paint, if you get the defense on your back end, there's almost nothing they can do.
Absolutely. Talita Ika is at the free throw line. Will shoot for 2. Lauren Lewis checks it back in for Yeboba. Talita Ika banks in the first one. Overshoots the first one. Rebound once again secured by Mason. Ball's in the hands of Steinman. Cross-court pass to Sanchez. Sanchez jab steps, gives it to Mason from the corner, fires from the overshoots. Rebound Sanchez. Second chance opportunity is good.
Just utilizing that body, getting on the inside, getting the defense on your back end. And again, like I said, there's almost nothing the defense can do once when you recover that rebound.
Now it's a 21-point lead here by the Falcons. Here comes the Vikings. Ball is in the hands of Boxdell. Boxdell trying to look for a friend.
Good D.
Good defense here by Miller. And she does. Gives it up to Allen. Allen drives to the baseline. Traveling is called. That's going to hurt for the Vikings. Here's Mason. Mason will give it to Miller. To Sanchez. Thought about it. Gives it to Ika. Knocked away there. Recovered by Mason. Back to Sanchez. Sanchez drives. Left layup. No go. Rebound here by the Vikings. Here comes the Vikings. Angeline Harris. Guarded by Miller. Passes it up. It will be a turnover once again by the Vikings.
If you're DVC, you got to have people come up and try to help because right now it's just too easy for Solano. They're just trapping them at half court and no one's coming up and calling for the ball.
Here comes Mason. Mason, drive, stop, and pop. Pulls up, no. She gets her own miss, but foul is called. Foul is going to be called against her. Ball will go back to the Vikings.
Yeah, when you're that tall playing against a shorter team, you're probably going to hit your elbow on someone's head eventually.
Here's Lewis, crossover, defended by Sanchez. Gives it up to Allen. Allen drives, floater, no. But a foul is called. She will head to the free throw line for 2.
Yeah, I think this is another thing I wasn't saying because obviously I didn't have Solano's game plan at the beginning. That was Ryan over there with us. But, you know, what I was seeing from what I was watching from the other game was, you know, just any kind of pressure against this DVC team seems to...
First free throw attempt is good by Yuka Allen.
But yeah, any kind of pressure just seems to rattle this team. And, you know, as you guys were saying, that they need their teammates to, like, come and, like, move towards them to be able to help because they're just going to keep throwing away the ball if it doesn't happen like that.
Misses the second one. Rebound secured by Miller. Miller looking for Sanchez, and she does. Sanchez will bring it down. Sanchez to Steinman at the left wing. Cross-court pass there to Miller. Miller, who's open, thought about it. No, she will drive, kicks it out to Steinman for 3. You bet! Hillary Steinman from downtown. That's her first triple of the game.
Just great passing on that. Really heads-up pass.
Hillary Steinman with her first triple of the game. Athena Alcree checks back in here for... Alcree, sorry, checks back in for Nika Allen. Oh, it was a turnover there by the Vikings. Here comes the Falcons. Ball's in the hands of Steinman. Steinman deflected there, but gets recovered. Here's Miller from the baseline. Euro step. What a move! And what a finish there by Miller. Driving from the baseline and using that Euro step.
That was a great move by Miller there.
That was a really good move.
Alcree draws the foul against Steinman.
You know, and I'll give props to DVC. And, you know, I know they're heavily outmatched in this game, just size and I think also, too, like the veteran presence. They don't really have – they're a really young team all around. And I think the good thing about that is they're all going to have a chance to grow together. And they do have some talent on this team that I've been seeing this game. And, you know, I know the season hasn't gone the way that they've probably hoped for, obviously. But I think because of how young they are, they're going to grow together. And I think that's the most important thing. And I would expect that this team is going to get better.
As Athena Alcree makes the first free throw there. And makes both. 63-30 is our score with under 2 minutes left here in the third quarter. Solano Falcons on offense against the 2-3 zone of the Vikings. Sanchez gives it to Miller at the left wing. Gives it back to Sanchez. Sanchez. Back to Miller at the left wing, trying to look for Valentin down low. Valentin post up, extra pass. It's going to be a 3-second violation against her.
Yeah, the Solano bench was wanting Miller to shoot that three.
Here comes the Vikings. Cross-court pass there. And it's going to be a turnover.
Yeah, going back to what Ryan was talking about, though, yeah, this is a really young team, and I was looking at their roster from last year. It seems like they've only got one person that's stayed from last year's team, and I know it's a new coach, too, maybe her first or second year, so definitely more things to build on in this program.
Ball will stay with Solano.
Lots of room for improvement and growth, which obviously, you know, if this team stays together, which I'd imagine they're going to with the new coach, I would imagine going into next year. And, you know, the hope is, too, with this program is that, you know, going deeper into the season, towards the end of the season, maybe they can go on a little bit of a run and kind of start to build that team chemistry.
Sanchez cross-court pass to Steinman. Wide open from the corner. Overshoots. Here comes Boxdale, pushing it hard. Boxdale, extra pass. Caught there by Angelin Harris. Here comes Athena Alcree. Alcree drives, but a foul. Solano bench getting hyped now here with 53.2 left here in the third quarter. Score is still 63-30. Alcree will head to the free throw line as the Falcons are in penalty.
I think it's another thing I was going to talk about, too. It seems like this Solano team, even though the record doesn't really show it as being really good, I mean, I feel like this team has definitely the talent to be great, and the team chemistry that they have, the bench always talking, like, seems like they're always just trying to have fun out here, which is a good thing for you to keep having more success.
Alcree makes the first one. Misses the second one. Rebound controlled there by Solano. Here they come. Sanchez has the ball. To Steinman from the left wing. Steinman, Euro step. Layup. No go. Foul is drawn there by Steinman. She will head to the free throw line for two. Steinman looking for that Euro step scoop layup. Steinman makes the first one. Makes both. Athena Alcary bringing down the ball, guarded by Steinman. Crossover there, drives to her left. Knocked away there by Steinman. Here's Vital. Vital, footwork. Basket is good, plus the foul. And she will head to the free throw line for a chance for a three-point play.
That was a great step through right there. A lot of people don't, you know, even in the WNBA and the NBA and even in the upper levels in college, it's so hard to guard that step through, because a lot of times, like if you're really good at it, you could do it without traveling, but a lot of people can't do it without taking that extra step. And but if you know how to do it, it's really hard to guard.
Vital now has 13 points, the only player who's in double digits for the Vikings. It couldn't convert the three-point play. Here comes the Falcons. Advance pass to Valentine. Scoop layup is good. Now shot clock has been turned off. Vikings has the chance for the last shot here in the third quarter. Ball's in the hands of Athena Alcary. Alcary with 8 seconds left. Alcary with 3 seconds left. She has to put up a shot. Alcary steps back. And it's going to be short there.
We got people yelling at 6'7" in here.
Guys, how about the Falcons scoring at least 20 points in the first 3 quarters?
And that's just incredible. I mean, 68 points, and they had, I believe, 56 in the game against American Rivers. So obviously, it looks like they might. I mean, they'll have 10. They have 10 minutes to go. With the way that they're scoring, I would imagine, though, they're probably going to get some of their bench players in. Because there really isn't a need to put your starters in at this point. But, yeah, I love what Solano's done in this game. I mean, they've looked as good as I think I've ever seen them look. Dennis, what about you?
Yeah, I think it's been a very good game. You know, I wasn't here for that game that they lost against ARC, but obviously it was a really close one. And I think this is definitely the step in the right direction that they need. You know, just a little bounce-back game. Make everything go well, as everything seems to be going well. Especially, you know, that entire third quarter just seemed to be going their way the entire time. Just good defense, transition offense, great passing, you know, shooting all around. And then I'm just happy that DVC's been keeping it competitive, and they've been, you know, doing their own thing too. Just need to keep running that offense and just keep holding that ball and not creating so many turnovers.
And we are at the final 10 minutes of the game. Score once again is 68-34 heading into the fourth quarter. Solano will take possession of the first offensive game here. Here's Sanchez, top of the key. Looking for Sienna Harris. Harris kicks it out to Steinman. Steinman back to Sanchez. Sanchez drive, stop, and pop from elbow. No. Rebound there by Harris. Back to Sanchez. Sanchez asking for a screen. Back to Harris.
Yep, good pass.
Extra pass to Brill Gutierrez. Open down low plus the foul. Count it and one. Brill Gutierrez making a noise here. And she will head to the free throw line for a chance for a three-point play. Wow.
That was a great play call right there.
Excellent play call. Get the defense on your back. Just utilize that size advantage. And, I mean, they've been getting that all day. Or night, I should say. It is nighttime.
She couldn't make the three-point play. And here comes Alcary. Alcary guarded by Harris. Alcary calling up a play. Uses the screen from Boxdale. Alcary drives from the baseline. No. Loses the ball. Here comes the Falcons once again. Sanchez to Harris. Fires from deep. Overshoots.
Oh,
rebound once again by Gutierrez.
Hey.
Second chance opportunity is good. How about Gutierrez with her 10th rebound of the game? No go there. by the Vikings. Rebound, Valentine. We'll give it up to Sanchez. Sanchez to Gutierrez once again. Down low, bank shot. No go this time. Rebound, Amani Boxdell. Here's Boxdell. Advance pass
There you
to
go.
Vital.
Yeah.
Shot is fouled. Abril Gutierrez with 10 rebounds here. With at least half of it are offensive boards.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know the exact amount of offensive rebounds and defensive rebounds, really. Rebounds all around that Solano's gotten, but it really seems like, especially since the second half has started, they've just been out-rebounding them. I mean, like I was saying earlier, Solano could miss, but they're just getting their own rebound anyway, so.
Vital misses the first one here. And makes the second one. Score is 72-35, 8:35 here in the fourth quarter. Ball's in the hands of Sanchez. Sanchez against the 2-3 zone of the Vikings. Gives it up to Steinman at the right short corner. Gives it to Valentine. Back to Sanchez. Trying to set up a play here against the 2-3 zone defense of the Vikings.
A little reset.
Steinman from deep. You bet! Hillary Steinman with her second triple of the night. She's got 10 points now, joining the double-digit club of the game. Here's Lewis to the corner. Foul is called there as Vital attempts shot. She will head to the free throw line once again.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Solano was trying to do with that
As
play
you can
there.
see from that instant replay, Steinman from deep, from 38-foot jumper. Here's Vital at the free throw line. She's got 14 points. Vital overshoots the first one. Makes the second one. Score is 75-36 with 7:52 here in the fourth quarter. Here's Sanchez. Sanchez looking down low to Talita.
Hey!
Post move is good.
Yeah.
Here comes the Vikings to Alcree. Alcree, crossover. Kicks it out. Here goes Harris. Harris back to Alcree. Blocked there. Rebound, Talita. Here's Steinman ahead of the pass. Steinman will not get the finish, but second chance opportunity there by Valentine is good. Excuse me, Valentine. Here comes the Vikings with the offensive possession. It's going to be a foul called there.
There's a good chance Solano might get to 100 points.
Who knows? We still have a lot of time here.
That's a real possibility.
Yeah, I just want to mention that Talita Ika with the little back down, especially if the big is playing soft, you just got to back him down. And that was
Inbound
perfect.
play here by the Vikings. Passes it up to Boxdell, calling up a play, guarded by Steinman. Boxdell gives it to Lewis once again. Lewis drives to her left, finish, overshoots. Talita with a rebound. Here's Sanchez, will slow things down, and she will bring it down. Directing a play, back to Talita once again, down low, spins.
There you go.
Basket is good!
Everything is falling right now for Solano.
What a spin move there by Talita. Now 4 straight points from her. Here's Yeboah. Blocked there by Ika, but a foul. Yeboah looking to answer, but she will head to the free throw line for 2.
That's going to be a shooting foul charge against Solano, number 32, Talita Ika. Solano is going to make a sub, checking
How about Talita Aika being aggressive down low? Those 4 straight buckets. And that last play, spin move, teardrop.
Yeah, she's getting rebounds and she's she's utilizing that size advantage that she has.
First one is good here by Yeboah.
Yeah, it never hurts to try what you practice in a game so that you actually know that you can make that shot.
Bina Yeboah, an 80% free throw shooter, but she missed. Rebound here by Harris. Harris pushing it hard against 2 defenders. Good! As she banks it in. 83-37 is the score with 6:06 left to play here in the 4th quarter. Here's Boxdale. Harris blocked there, but a foul is called. As Harris drives to the baseline, she will go to the free throw line for 2.
I think it's just really falling apart for DVC. Like, just a lot of their possessions are just very quick. They're just maybe making 1 or 2 passes, but they're not utilizing the shot clock. They're not utilizing, the fact that you have a long possession when you're coming down the floor. And I just think part of the reason why is they probably realize that they're down by a lot, but they've been doing this really since the second half started.
Takes the free throws. Sanchez to Valentine at the right wing. Deflected there, almost a steal. Grabbed by Harris, but recovered. Here's Harris.
Hey.
Floater, no go, rebound. Talita Aika, second chance opportunity is good once again. And she's been showing it here in the 4th quarter. Talita Aika now has 6 points here in the 4th. Here's Sanchez dribbling it out. Sanchez.
Yes. Another one.
Talita Aika once again. 9 points now on the ball game. A little bit of collision here.
That's going to be a push foul charge against Solano. Against number 24, Sierra Miller.
Boxdale's been hurt.
As we've seen from the instant replay, that layup from Talita Aika. She's come alive here in the 4th quarter. 9 points in the game.
Yeah, and I think I was going to add on to what you were talking about, Ryan, how they kind of just let it go. The first half was very competitive, and then
Boxdale sinks the first free throw.
This last quarter, Solano's really been taking advantage of those short possessions and having such a good transition offense with...
She makes both.
DVC not exactly getting back on the transition defense super quickly, so they're able to get these wide open layups. And they're just running up the score at this point.
Timeout called here by Solano. 87-41 is our score with 5:03 left here in the 4th quarter. Here's Coach Elizabeth Rourke talking to her players. Coach Elizabeth Rourke was also a member of the Solano Falcons women's basketball team back in 2016 and 18. And she came back, and this is her first year as an interim head coach for the team.
Always love to see alumni coming back, too.
Absolutely, yeah. We also want to give a big shout out to Robert Murray and Holden Beers, who had a fantastic broadcast yesterday to go with Mason Flores on the men's basketball game between the Solano Falcons and the Cañada Colts.
Yep, shout out those 3. Shout out the whole production team at Solano, Greg Poff.
Absolutely, Greg Poff, the legend. Off the timeout, here's Sanchez. Gives it to Valentine to the right wing. Gives it to Miller. Miller back to Harris, guarded by Athena Alcary. To Sanchez, thought about the 3. The ball deflected there. Back to Sanchez. Pulls up from mid-range. No. Rebound once again by Taleda Aika. Aika puts it up. No. Rebound controlled by Valentine. She gets pushed off. It's going to be a foul called against Ina Yeboah. It's going to be a baseline inbound here. Lauren Lewis checks back in for Yeboah. Yeboah's fouled out of the game. To Valentine from the corner, fires, overshoots, rebound out, Alcuri. Alcuri pushing it down hard. Alcuri kicks it out. It's Lewis. Lewis steps back. It's gonna be a double dribble.
She knew exactly what she did when she did it.
It's just one of those things, you know exactly. You don't even need the ref to tell you.
With 4:25 left here in the fourth quarter, our score is 87-41. Here's Sanchez to Miller. Back to Sanchez, top of the key. Checks Valentine. The right wing, back to Sanchez. Gives it up to Harris, but it's going to be ball deflected. Good active hands here by the Vikings. Here comes Allen. Allen to Alcuri.
Pull up.
Alcuri will drive, hesitates.
Good pass.
Drops it off to Vital as the layup is good. Naomi Vital now has 18 points of the game. Here's Sanchez to Valentine once again. Gives it to Sayana Harris. Harris back to Valentine. Floater is good. Soft touch by Valentine there. Now the score is 89-43. Here comes the Vikings. Ball's in the hands of Lewis. Gives it up. Bank shot is good by Yuka Allen. Sanchez to Miller. Jab step, drives her right. Bank shot is good as well. What a move there, and what a finish. Here comes the Vikings. Ball's in the hands of Alcuri. Alcuri checked by Miller. Crossover. Spins, pulls up for three. Overshoots.
Yeah, I think the Solano team moving forward too, they need to really let Miller try and navigate through this defense. It seems like she's really got that quick first step to really like just cut through that D. She's already done it a couple times but this game so far.
Here comes the Falcons. Valentine drives to her right. And it's going to be a traveling violation. We all thought it was an end one, but it was a traveling violation. Here comes the Vikings. Pull up there is good by Angelin Harris. That's her first field goal of the night. Here's Miller, drives against two defenders, foul. How about that drive from Angelin Harris there, taking it herself.
That was a great play.
As she knew that her defender couldn't take it, as she took advantage of it. And here's Miller, who's going to be at the free throw line, shooting two.
Yeah, it was a really high floater. I thought it looked like some like Steph Curry in his warm-ups kind of thing going on there.
She misses the first one.
What a game for Solano. I mean, all around.
Miller sinks the second one. Score is 92-47, 2:20 to play here in the fourth quarter. Ball's in the hands of Alcuri, guarded by Miller. Alcuri knocked away there by Miller. Ball will stay with the Vikings.
And I love that they are keeping Natalia Sanchez out on the floor with the second unit. I think that's such a great thing to do because you have a veteran out there who knows, obviously, you know, she's a star.
Loses control of the ball. Here's Lewis for three. Couldn't get the bank. Rebound by Vital. Second opportunity is good. Vital has been all over the place. She's got 20 of the game.
This bench is loving the second unit out on the floor right now, and they're doing a great job.
They had 22 bench points as coming in from the second half. Second opportunity is no good there. Rebound is going to be last touch by Sanchez. Ball will go on the other side. 92-49 is our score with 1:39 to play here in the fourth quarter. Here comes the Vikings. Ball is in the hands of Angeline Harris. Harris guarded by Miller. She will slow things down. Crossover. Harris gets the ball knocked away. Kicks it out to Lewis. Pulls up. Blocked there by Harris. Good defensive play.
Yeah, like you were talking about with Sanchez being out here right now, I think she's done very well being the primary ball handler and like being the playmaker for this team, getting her teammates open and them hitting all these shots.
Harris looking to draw the foul there, and she does.
That's going to be a shooting foul charge against Solano, number 32, Talita Aika. That's going to put number 5.
Yeah, what a game for both Amari Mason and Natalia Sanchez. 17 points for Sanchez and Mason with 18.
With 19 rebounds
added
to that.
That's just, I mean, if you're getting 19 rebounds, that's pretty good. I'd imagine that you're going to probably win the game probably 90% of the time.
This is the second free throw. Here comes the Falcons. Harris will pull up from the elbow, overshoots. Rebound there by Sanchez. Second chance effort. No. Rebound controlled by the Vikings. As Harris gets the board. It's going to be a free throws for the Vikings as the Falcons are in penalty. Angeline Harris will go back to the free throw line once again to shoot 2. Harris misses the first one. And makes the second one. Score is 92-50 with 1:05 left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Valentine at the right wing. Back to Sanchez. To Miller. Here's Miller. Ooh, miscommunication there as she's trying to drop it off to Talita Aika.
Yeah, that was definitely the right move. Just
under a minute left here in the fourth quarter. Stay tuned for our post-game interview with Maxine Fullen. Here comes the Vikings. Angeline Harris has the ball, guarded by Miller at the right wing. Trying to look for Lauren Lewis, but pass was deflected by Miller. Good active hands. And the Vikings will redo it again. Here comes Lewis, calling up the play, guarded by Harris. Crosses over, will pull up, bank shot, couldn't get the fall. Rebound Harris. Here's Sanchez. With 12 seconds differential from game clock and shot clock, Harris misses the shot there, but second opportunity, no. Once again, Harris makes it this time. Shot clock has been turned off. 25 seconds left here. Ball is in the hands of the Vikings. Harris trapped there by Miller. It's going to be a foul called.
It's going to be a shooting foul charge against Solano, number 24, Sierra Miller. That's going to put number 5,
Angeline Harris will go back to the free throw line. Harris makes the first one. Couldn't get it to fall for the second one. Rebound there by the Falcons. 15 seconds left here. Falcons will dribble it out. Sanchez to Harris, back to Valentine. Valentine still pulls up a shot, and she will make it. And that will do it, as the final score is 96-51. Solano wins this game, their 5th one of the season. And guys, what a game it is, shown by the Falcons, and as well as by the Vikings as well.
Yeah.
Any thoughts, Ryan?
For Solano, I mean, this is a great bounce back. This is exactly what they needed to do. Natalia Sanchez and Amari Mason. I mean, Amari Mason, she came out blasting threes from left and right across the court. Natalia Sanchez doing what she's always been doing. And, I mean, their body-on-body contact on the inside, just playing with aggressiveness. And I think that's why they scored 96 points and they won in a blowout.
Dennis, thoughts post-game?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was a really good game overall, I thought. I think the score doesn't show it exactly the way it is, but as you guys were saying, this is the dominant win that I think Solano needed to just build more momentum as the season goes along and they start with conference play. DVC put up a pretty good fight, I thought, and you know, that first half was really, really competitive, really getting what they needed, and then the second half started slipping up. But I think with them, I think they just need to stick to, you know, really getting that ball down low to Vidal a lot more and just keep running more plays and just stay more safe with the ball in their hands.
Absolutely. And once again, our final score was 96-51, and we're going to have a post-game interview with Maxine Fullen as best player of tonight's game is Amari Mason with 18 points and 19 rebounds.
Josh, I'm here with the best player of tonight's game, Amari Mason, and once again, congratulations on your win tonight. And for my first question for you is, what was the mindset coming into tonight's game after the loss of the last game?
My mindset was basically like, I feel like we did have trouble putting the ball in the hoop, and I mean, we didn't play as hard, so it was just push the ball down their throats and go hard. That's basically it. Aggressive, aggressive, aggressive.
And can you talk a little bit about the team effort in getting this win tonight?
I can say my team, our chemistry is out of this world, like the best chemistry I've ever seen. So the fact that we can have that on and off the court, I feel like it makes a huge difference.
And what can you take from tonight's game into the next one and the rest of the season?
Hustle, the energy. The hustle and the energy.
Sure. All right, thank you so much for your time. Have a good one. All right, back to you, Josh.
Thank you so much, Maxine. And that will do it here in the SCSN broadcast booth. Once again, Josh Mojica with Ryan Irwin, Dennis Riley, and we will see you guys again here at the Solano College Sports Network.